Now, one last thing that I want to get into here, and I'm not going to go too into the weeds here, but you could see I pulled out some of the data here and did some more averaging here because I wanted to make a simple chart that's going to highlight the average behavior points that Harry was getting here from his different teachers over the week. So you could see I did the number crunching of the data here. So I'm going to start off by selecting this range of cells that has the data in it that I want. Then I want to display this as a chart. So I'm going to go up to Insert and choose Chart. Now, it's going to suggest for me a chart that it thinks that I want. And actually, I did want a bar graph, but it didn't necessarily have to be. So then I'm going to show you some of the things here that you can do along with your chart. So I'm going to go into the Customize tab that's up here in that top right-hand part. And I want to change that title because that title has no meaning to me. So I'm going to go and call this Harry Potter Weekly Tracker. Okay, and you can see that it changed that title right here. Then it put in here some other things too. I could add a chart subtitle, and maybe in the subtitle I want to go February 1 to February 5. Okay, and it adds that to here. I can also go and change the titles on the vertical or horizontal axis. You can see that it already put teacher in there on the horizontal one. But I could go here and I could put behavior points on that vertical axis, and you can see here then that it separates that out. Now, what I like about this here is that it separates it out by teacher, yet you can kind of get a feel for what classes perhaps that Harry does a little bit better behavior-wise in, and then maybe use that to help develop some strategies that perhaps Harry could do better in Snape's class. Because I know it's never the teacher that's the problem. All right. So that is just kind of a simple way to create a chart. There are other charts if you don't like this one. By the way, you saw you can move it. You can also go back and you can edit it and you can change it to a different type of chart. If you wanted to go to a line chart, for example, that's going to show some of the similar data. Or you got all of these other ones that you can choose from here. Just experiment around to see which chart is going to best reflect the data that you are trying to show. And of course, with these charts, you can copy them and paste them into a Google Doc, for example, if you wanted to. And you can make it so that if you're updating the chart, it will continue to update with it. So those are just a few of the kind of basic things that I wanted to run down on effective use of Google Sheets for educators, kind of the basics. But I know David is going to kind of kick it up a notch here for us and take a look at some other cool things that you can do with Google Sheets.
Yeah, and I like that you mentioned the copy of the chart thing there too. I've used that in the past where for some of our tech integration stuff where I've made some pie charts for survey results that we've got, and then just the ability to quickly paste it into like a Google Slides or things like that. I've done that in the past, so I like that.
Making that data visual is really important. No matter what. I mean, the numbers on the sheet they're kind of nice, but you've got to find a way to make that relatable to more people.
Yep, yeah, make it presentable with
Right.
pretty colors and things like that.
Yeah.